3 Oxford families are searching for a new normal. After a plane crash last August near Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 3 couples were on board, the Perrys, Pooles, and Fareses. In total, 11 children were left behind. Courtney and Jackson sits down with the Perry family to hear how they're fulfilling a promise they never imagined they'd have to keep.
The Perry family's world was turned upside down on August 14th, 2016. Just 2.5 years younger, Robert was close to his big brother Michael, and nothing could have prepared him for this call from his mom that day.
Did you hear about the accident? And I said, no. She said, your brother was in an accident, and he always drove pretty fast. So I was thinking, wow, he got in a car accident. And she said they both died. I said, well, they were in a plane crash.
Robert and his wife Ashley had just moved to Memphis with their 4 kids who were 3 days into a new school.
I remember one of the first thoughts I had was, we're going to raise these kids.
When the accident happened, we knew we had to come down here and try to create like this new normal for Sarah and John West and Anna Reed.
But it was more than just a thought. It was a promise Robert had made to Michael during a conversation about estate planning.
Which was, you'll take care of my kids, right? Yes. You'll do the same, right? Yes. And so it really wasn't a question when it came down to who was going to take care of them. It was in the estate planning, which made it easy because it was spelled out by both Michael and Kim.
So the new normal looks like this. 7 kids in 4 different schools across the Oxford School District, and Ashley managing the family calendar. They're not doing this alone. 2 grandmothers have now moved to Oxford and help with the shuttling from school to sports and everything in between. The Oxford community has also wrapped its arms around the Perrys, but they don't pretend like it's been easy.
It's so overwhelming to look at the big picture and to look at just the full, tragedy of the situation, that you just can't look at it that way. It's just looking at how can I be the best that I can be to these kids today.
It was apparent early on that they weren't prepared for this, but who could be?
We both say to each other and to the kids that we'll never be their parents, but they will always feel loved and supported, and we will make sure that their Michael and Kim's legacy lives out through their 3 children.
A book sitting on the front porch when Robert arrived at his brother's house the day of the accident prompted what's come to be an important part of the way they persevere.
At a family meeting, and we basically said, let's have a family motto, and what do you guys think about Perry Grit? And it's going to take a lot of grit to get through this every day. Your parents were, Michael and Kim were very gritty people, and that's what it takes, really, and that's what's helped us get through is that grit.
It's not even been a year, but they're not shying away from keeping Michael and Kim's legacy alive.
I really try to just incorporate memories of Michael and Kim into anything that we may be doing. Just asking Anna Reed, what way did you like your mom to do your hair? Or always just bringing up those things.
Robert has spent a lot of the last year handling the logistics of his brother's estate, a periodontics practice, rental properties, and a 73-acre sportsplex privately funded by the couple. Emotionally?
Really haven't had a whole lot of time to just kind of sit around and think about exactly what happened. And I know that that day's coming, and I've got to be able to work through that. But I've really tried to be the rock for the kids and for Ashley.
Faith is what's pulling the Perrys through, even when they wonder how these children can even pull themselves out of bed some mornings.
The hurt and the struggle is definitely still here within these 4 walls for sure. So we need the continued prayers and the continued support.
Beauty can come through brokenness, and that we have a lot of broken things in our life, but we know that God makes all things new. He will make beauty from this brokenness.
In Oxford, Courtney and Jackson, 3 on your side.
Bless that family. The Perry family is originally from Brandon. If you'd like to look at the family pictures or see more of the interview with Robert and Ashley Perry, just head over to our website, msnewsnow.com, and click on this story.